Better get back to it. Okay, so I'm in this super boring meeting about something. I don't know, wasn't paying attention. Then, boom! It was like an ugly contest where everyone was a winner. This one dude was all, raw, so I shot him. And then I shot this other one. Shot a couple extra guys just to be safe. I did a lot of shooting, if I'm being totally honest. Then, they destroyed my favorite store. Second favorite. There's that spicy ramen shop. I'm getting sidetracked. Look, long story short, I get busy. And I'm thinking, I've got this. You know? When you're in that, you go, I got this. But man, I so did not have it. I guess you have to be there. Well, better get back to it. Okay, so
Welcome to the Destiny 2 trailer reveal. I'm here with Fran Mirabella.
What's up, everyone?
We're from Fireteam Chat, so we are super stoked about this trailer reveal. Fran, so far we've seen a teaser that showcased the Cabal invading the tower, actually, and then the city. What else do we know so far?
Yeah, I mean, that's the most of it, but we do see that Cade 6 is the man of the hour, the Hunter Vanguard, and that is Nathan Fillion, and he really had been the star of Taken King, especially when he came back and just knocked it out of the park with just awesome lines. Obviously, the story seems to be important here is what I'm getting the vibe of.
Yeah, the Cabal that are invading this city, we have some B-roll of the original Cabal from Destiny 1, but the Cabal that are invading this city are a new faction of the Cabal, and we see one of the characters that has two giant blades smashing through a wall as Cade is retelling the story of the invasion. In the original Destiny, the Cabal are basically hammered. They get just rocked. They get rocked by the Taken and everybody, and this could be them striking back.
Yeah, they were sort of trapped in the middle of a lot going on at the time. And the Cabal were cool, but like we never really got a raid from the Cabal faction. We got our Vex raid, you know, we got our Taken raid. So anyway, it seems like they're the focus. And then there was that Mega Bloks leak. Yeah. So it seems like it all lines up that it's true that the Cabal are a focus, right? Yeah,
it seems like this is the Red Guard, the new Cabal that we have not seen yet, and they are just going to town against the Guardians. They're blowing up the city, and that was one of the most exciting aspects, that we actually saw the city for the first time. Cade's sitting at a bar, having a green juice drink.
We think it's juice. He was acting a little tipsy. You know, it's funny, I watched that teaser many times, let's say 1,000 or so. I noticed he never actually drank it on camera, so maybe that was just protocol. But no, what I liked was the little details that they added. He did seem a little tipsy, and there's that shot of like as he walks out, he gets like blown aside, and he's like, I don't care.
He shoots wildly into the air at the end.
I love the style, and there were some folks here in the office, like Marty Sleva, who some of you may know from Beyond or some of our other shows. He was like, whoa, is this like the new tone of the game? And I was like, it didn't shock me as much. It was like, seemed normal that we thought we were going in this direction, but I think to everybody else, they're like, oh, it feels a little more like, call it Uncharted, with sort of the snarkiness, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. And like with this kickstarting sort of the tone that we're gonna see with this full reveal in a second, what else do you wanna see from the story, from the gameplay for Destiny 2?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I wanna know what you think, Destin, but for me, the biggest thing was, as you said, revealing the city under siege, which you see here in the trailer. That just was what we all wanted. We looked down from the tower, and we all talked about it. Yeah, I want to go down.
What goes on down there? Who are the people?
Yeah, I wanted to go to that spicy ramen shop. I always think of Blade Runner or films like that, where it's this futuristic city, this blended cultures that have evolved as the world has gone on, but I wanted to see it, and now they're showing it to us. Unfortunately, it's all blown up, so we don't know how bad the city is across it, but yeah, I want to be in there, and in particular for me, I got to really thinking about the campaign and how it might play out, and like that's the biggest thing for me that I think needs to happen with Destiny. It needs not just a story, it needs a campaign to revolve around that story, right? And for me, what missed was when they launched Destiny, it's like, oh, here's this opening mission thing, and then there's these strikes, and you go to the tower, and here's a map. Where it's like, I want to be driven along in a very plotted out call it cinematic campaign. And just to quickly illustrate that, wouldn't it be cool if the launch of the gameplay missions that we see is it's like you up against a wall, but third person for a second, and then all this stuff happens, pew pew, and then it zooms in on you, goes in the first person, you blow up, boom, you land on the ground, camera pans out for a second, real-time cutscene comes in. So that's the
You've
type
planned
of
out
stuff
the
that I'm seeing.
whole cinematic sequence.
I've played a lot
brain.
of the game, but yeah, what would you like to see? I mean,
So let's talk about what they know they've done right. If you go back and you look at the Cade footage from the Taken King, which we should have some B-roll of, you see Cade, you see him as the headlining character. It's the one everybody talked about afterwards. And they really set the tone properly there. His interactions with Zavala, with Ikora Rey, just what happened there. And I really want to see more of that, more character development with the characters in the tower. We got little pieces of that with some of the content in Destiny 1. And I want to see them iterate on that. Bungie knows they need to really nail the story aspects of the game this time around. So that has to be the focus. Like, it has to have a good core narrative. And blowing up the city, blowing up the tower, putting all the characters that you've known and loved in a state of peril is going to be an excellent way to do that. Get you invested in this new story.
Yeah, what I really got to thinking about was the poster leak that had happened with the helmets off, as I noted. It was humans basically is what they seem to be focusing on. Granted, that's a poster leak. It could not be that across global release once we finally get there. But it seemed to have a human aspect. And then now we see it in the trailer. It's on Earth, actually. It's in the city. It's stuff that we can relate to. I got to thinking about how Destiny 1 was almost this sci-fi epic, this Lord of the Rings, these factions, these languages, etc. But now, maybe it's rooted a little more in something that we understand, which is meant Earth is under attack. It's future Earth or whatever. They've never been specific about that, but it's under attack and something that we can relate to. And then maybe that's what sort of launches us into this new interplanetary warfare, whatever it may be. And I think that's the right direction.
Let's talk about some of the characters featured. We see, like I said, Ikora Rey, Zavala, Cade, etc. But there's a lot of characters that we don't know what is happening with.
Like Eris.
Yeah, Eris Morin. We don't know what's happening with the Cabal, with the Vex, or the not the Taken, but the Fallen. Etc. And it would be great to see more of what's happening there. The Stranger. What's going on with the Stranger?
Yeah, it's funny. They have all these little things that were introduced in the first Destiny. And I think that's what plagues us as fans of the game. There's all this grimoire. If you all don't know what that is, they had basically cards that you would get, that you would read in the app that told the story because it wasn't in the game. And there's all this stuff we want to know. But they had a few things, like you said. The Stranger appears and gives you a rifle, and then you never really see her again. And that never had been developed. I think some of that might go away, honestly. But what I liked, like Cade, Eris, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Those are the two big standout characters for me. And we don't know if Eris is coming back, but I feel like it probably will happen because they were such strong characters.
We do have some footage of some of the characters collected that we may be missing out on. So the interactions between, there's Eris Morin, who we haven't really heard a lot from.
Nothing yet.
Well, I mean, in a while.
Two.
Hopefully we will in 2. And even in the Destiny 2 trailer, we don't know what happens to her. The Speaker, what's he going to do? Like, the tower gets blown up. Tower gets blown up. All these people's lives are going to be put in disarray. There's Lord Shaxx, who actually fought against the Cabal. It's just going to be really interesting.
Saladin.
Saladin, the Cryptarch. What is going to happen to these people? And of course, Marasov and her brother. There's all these loose ends that were never tied up, and hopefully we figure out what happens to them in the sequel.
I'm glad you brought up Marasov. The Queen, I don't know what it is about the Reef, and the Queen in particular, and the Prince, and that whole scene that they had rolled out. I loved it, and that's how Taken King kind of opened with this amazing cutscene. But she's actually someone I really wanted to know what's going on. I think she's a very cool character, has these like massive powers. I would love to see her developed. And I don't know, I just like the whole Reef aesthetic, basically, and the Queen's aesthetic.
Definitely, and then there's the villains or the enemies in the game. We saw the Hive there for a second, the Vex, the Cabal, the Fallen. There's also the Taken to consider, and the Splicers. What's going on with all those different factions? We're focusing on the Cabal. That's who's mainly in this trailer right now.
Yeah, but I'd be curious what you think. If Destiny has taught us anything, though, it's not just about one race. So I think we're getting the vibe that they're going to lean into the Cabal here. These massive, Martian beasts, whatever they are. I'm not the Grimoire expert, but don't you think we'll see all the factions come back, and possibly, I don't know if we'll see Taken come back, but what do you think we'll see come back or evolved?
I think we're definitely going to see at least the core factions come back. I don't know if we're going to see Spliced or Taken. I feel like we kind of defeated them in the war, so they have an opportunity to move on from that. What about the factions? We saw those actually in Destiny 2's reveal trailer. There's a New Monarchy who we just saw on camera there. We have Future War Call. We have Dead Orbit. They're leaning definitely more into faction. It was great to see New Monarchy in the reveal. Or the teaser.
You bring up a really good point with the factions. They actually had really awesome voice actors for them, and we never see them in cutscenes and developed. And they're really amazing voice actors, actually. And I think that actually maybe is something we're going to see, like really developed, like seeing Lakshmi out there. So yeah, I think there's a lot to play with in this world. It looks like it's a full-on sequel. I also like that it's that. Everybody had sort of thought maybe it's a prequel and they're just going to tear this whole thing up because nobody understood the story. But instead, it looks like what they've done is, hey, this is working. Let's lean into all that stuff. We have some good characters, and I think that's true. They have almost 3 years now of playtime with the fans. So first for the fans, let's develop the stuff that they loved. But now for people coming back to it who maybe the first one wasn't for them, let's develop a campaign around some of these awesome folks.
Definitely. The trailer is dropping in about 5 minutes, everybody. And with those last 5 minutes, friend, let's talk about our hopes. I'm going to start. So, location. What other planets are we going to see? We're going to see the city. We're going to see the tower get blown up. What about Mars? What about Venus? What about all these other spots that we got to go to in the original campaign?
Yeah, I mean, for starters, let me just ask you this. Do you want to go back to the same planets? And if so, would you want to see them evolved? Or do you want to see like all new planets?
I would love to see the evolution of what's happened. What did our time in Destiny 1 do to impact the status of these planets that we got to go to and fight and take back and bring back to some sort of a state of decency?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, for me, if the Cabal have sieged the city and they're attacking the tower in the city, well, now you want to know, well, what's going on the other planets? What's happening out there? But I think the big thing, there's got to be at least one new planet to go to. But do you think it might turn into like a new set of planets that are the main focus, and maybe we don't really go back to some of these locations, or do you know what I mean?
So there's stuff in the concept art that we never got to go to. For example, Europa, one of my favorite pieces of concept art. It's a moon for Venus, I think.
Yeah, the moons are great.
And it's like an ice planet that we never got to go to. Everybody in chat right now is blowing up saying it's on PC.
Yeah, they said the pre-order went live.
The pre-order went live for PC. This is huge news. Everybody's been talking about it being on PC, wanting it to be on PC. We have it live right here down here.
Destiny
PS4,
2.
Destiny 2. 2 expansions. Looks like an Osiris expansion, and I don't recognize the other logo, but off the top of my head. Collector's Edition. You can check it out right now on IGN.
Wow, this is huge, though. So Destiny, I don't see it on screen yet, but it seems to be confirmed for PC. I think that was the move that everybody wanted to see. But what I like about what I'm seeing here is like they have 2 expansions that they're promising, making it super clear where the first Destiny, they only talked about like 1 expansion, which was Dark Below, and then it became unclear, the path of the game.
Limited edition steelbook case, a booklet with secrets into the Cabal Empire, Cabal schematic, collectible postcard images, premium digital content, etc. Base game, expansion pass, expansion 1, expansion 2, offering brand new story missions, cooperative activities, cooperative multiplayer, and a wealth of new weapons, armor, and gear. Incredibly exciting Frontier bag, customizable options. We're still 3 minutes out, and already there is a ton to think about.
Here at the bottom, we're seeing a little bit of, I was like, that sounds all the same. So at the bottom, premium digital content, legendary sword, legendary player emote, and Cabal Empire themed emblem.
Oh, yeah.
So we know these vanity items.
Emblems are back.
So important to people, but what strikes me on that is, wait, you get a legendary sword, a weapon, with this digital content?
Yeah. It'll probably be like a level 3 that you'll have to like infuse or whatever, or maybe a blue. We don't know how the systems are going to work in the sequel. It's going to be really interesting. Wow, that's awesome. So PC seems to be confirmed. That's really exciting. That Destiny Gary guy on Twitter. We've seen a few pieces of concept art leaked early also. We're getting developing news as we wait for the trailer to launch. Incredibly exciting. We were talking about planets
away,
we hope to go back to. It looks like Cabal is going to be a major focus of the opening. That's really exciting.
Yeah, they're showing us this Destiny 2 teaser image, though. Oh, that was something you already put out there.
That's something GameStop accidentally put up early. It looks like Walmart has the image of the collector's edition, actually, that we can take a look at.
Yeah, that's the bag. I saw that.
$249. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's the super edition.
Do I get a personal XO to come hang out with me?
There's an image down there. I don't know if the producers can get to it, but it says beta in that image on the bottom. If somebody can help us out.
We know about the
with
beta, according to Eurogamer. If you pre-order, you get early access to the beta. We think the beta is coming in June. More details there. We got to look at all three of the Guardians.
Yeah, let's get that image on the right, the 3 Guardians.
Trailer's dropping in any second now, basically. So, we are right at the marker.
So 3 Guardians being shown. So we talked about this. Did we think there's going to be a
Titan
new class?
Hunter and Warlock.
Doesn't seem like they're going to veer from that right now. I think that's probably the right move, but to get a bunch of new classes. But it seems to me it's kind of confirming that it's 3-player cooperative.
Definitely.
I assume they'll stick with that.
I'm listening to you, Fran, but chat is blowing up, and I'm getting really excited.
Me too.
Any second
They
now.
said paid DLC is confirmed. I don't know if that's actually confirmed, but it had said 2 expansions. I didn't get the confirmation here yet. I think we're getting a note. Is it up, guys? Is the trailer up?
Yes, it's up.
All right, trailer's up. We're going to be going to it live
here.
any second. We're really, really excited. We're obviously going to stop talking and show the trailer any second now as soon as we have it live. 30
we want to
seconds.
see it as bad as you do, so we will have it here in just a sec. We'll be doing our reactions live after that and our full analysis.
3, 2, 1, we're going.
Times may be dark, but we are Earth's greatest hope. Look around you. A gathering of noble guardians, new and old.
Okay, listen up. You're a bunch of dirty misfits, but you're all that's left, so you'll have to do.
Our home was attacked. I was there who fought against the endless onslaught.
They kept coming, so I kept firing. Not gonna lie, I was magnificent.
Despite the sacrifice of many brave guardians, we lost everything. The tower, the city, our home.
So, everything is gone. Your stuff, my stuff, most importantly, my stuff.
Today we know our enemy. His name is
Gary! Or Gil. Glenn? Is it? I don't know. It's something with a G!
Gaul. I know you look to me in times of peril, but this is not my battle alone.
Which means if I don't see you out there, I'll kill you myself.
It is time to avenge this injustice, for that is the duty of all guardians.
Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
So I ask you, who will stand with me?
Yeah! Oh, really, guys?
That was inspiring.
Also, there will be a ton of loot! Yeah, right? That's what I thought.
Pre-order and get beta early access.
Wow, cinematic storytelling. I am in.
Yeah.
Looked absolutely fantastic. You were talking about the dichotomy between Cade 6 and Zavala. We're going to get right back into it immediately. Let's watch it again and start talking about some of the details that we were able to pick out. We are watching chat on Twitch, on IGN, on YouTube, so let us know what you picked out. And we'll be talking about those details in just a second.
I believe we're going to get playback of the trailer again, so we just watch it through and talk about it. Are we playing it back from here, Dustin?
Yeah, there we go. We're playing it back.
Okay. So.
Okay, listen up. You're a bunch of dirty misfits.
It definitely looks way more evolved when it comes to the storytelling, doesn't it?
Definitely. Really excited to see the new aspects of the Cabal. They've obviously upgraded their gear. Warlocks still have their OP chain lightning melee. The weaponry is back that we all love. Really like the character development, like you said, between Cade and Zavala. Everything's gone.
So this was super interesting. I thought they're actually explaining why all your weapons are gone. And even though, by the way, there's vaults, the vaults are. People are going to point out it's in the Reef and it's in the other places. They all tie together. It's the same vault. So they blew it up somehow. We don't know how that works, but interesting that they've really thought that through. You know, they could have just said, you know, vault's blown up, or no, they could have just not said it, right? And all your weapons are gone. But they explained it. I think that's really smart.
So this all happens really quickly, showing children and young adults who have survived this wreckage. It really gives you a feeling of weight. I think it's going to be a good way to get new people into the franchise.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, I get who Cade is based on this reveal trailer. I get who Zavala is. I actually care that they blew up all this stuff, and I have to basically rebuild. You're going to have to rebuild your Guardian. You're going to have to rebuild your gear set. And you know who took
September
it away?
8th.
The
Wow.
Cabal.
We were so busy in the studio, and we had heard the leak, but September 8th, it's true. The rumors are true. September 8th, pre-order, and I didn't see the PC confirmation.
Well, you
here,
can
but
rewind live,
looks like
friends.
it's true.
So go ahead and
Man,
check
what do you
out
want
whatever you want.
What do you want to see first, Destin?
I just want to loop the tower blowing up and cry about my vault gear
actually?
going away. The new character, Gary.
Yeah, exactly. I like that joke. It's Gaul or something.
Yeah, it's
like that.
Gaul. His name's Gaul, but he is a huge-looking Cabal. Maybe
We don't know if this is him yet. Could
I'm
be.
pretty sure that's him, Fran.
Yeah.
But he's probably going to be a main character for the story and potentially a character in the raid. We've seen them do that before, where you kind of mess up one of who's your favorite raid there? The Taken.
The Wrath of the Machine, you mean? Oh, no, Oryx.
Yeah, Oryx. So you mess up Oryx in the story, and then you kill him again in the raid. So maybe we'll see something like that with this character.
There's your Stormcaller melee.
Yeah,
everybody.
Still OP.
But yeah, let's try to, I think it's smart, Destin, to carve through some of this Cabal stuff, right? Let's take a look.
So let's take a look at the city. So the
You
wall.
want to start there?
Yeah, let's start right here. That's the Traveler. The Traveler looks like it's actually taking damage. I thought it looked like it was almost healed.
Yeah.
The wall is gone, basically. The city is under siege. We see all these ships coming in. Those don't look like Cabal ships to me. I don't know. Those must be Guardian ships. And then we see this rogue faction in the woods outside of the city, building up their gear to
It's
go and take it back.
It's funny, they talked a lot about how they have these inspirations from Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, etc. And like, I love this. This is very Lord of the Rings to me. I'm forgetting names from Lord of the Rings now, but standing and getting your guardians in this case to like rally. It's very Braveheart as well, by the way. So I love that. Look in the background though, the tower, man.
Yeah, tower is wrecked.
They make it pretty clear that you're not going back there, it looks like. So I think that's a good thing. The tower, I'm going to guess, is too small for the world that we're going to get out of Destiny 2.
We're going to be analyzing this. Don't forget, you can open another tab, and you can actually check out the trailer, IGN.com, right now. It should be live. So let's talk about these Cabal shields. We brought it up before. What is going on behind the dude with the shield, Fran? You see him there, he has like some horns or something?
Well, no, that's the same guy with those cleavers on his arm, and he slams.
Okay, definitely.
So that's that guy that we were talking about in the trailer. So it looks like this is going to be either a recurring.
He just
bigger
walks
enemy.
around. Yeah!
Exactly.
Watch out, everybody!
What's up? Cabal. But no, so I think maybe, I don't know if it's going to be a boss, right? Maybe it's just like a recurring ogre type enemy, but a big one. But I like what I'm seeing there. That shield is really neat. Just nice design.
So we're doing the rewind right now. Let's talk a little bit about microtransactions. Chat's talking about it a lot. How do you feel about that? We got 2 expansion passes. They did the same model with Destiny 1. Not hugely excited about that. Chat definitely isn't.
So did we get that confirmed 100%? You know, we're here in the studio. I don't know if you heard it.
Well, we saw the pre-order bonuses included 2 expansion passes, so we can expect those if you pre-order for free.
Do you get them included in the game or not, though?
We're going to have to find extra confirmation of that, but it sounds like they will be separate.
Yeah, we're live, so we can't read the internet right now.
But I just wanted to address that real quick.
Yeah, no, I don't want to dodge that question. I just wanted to put out there, like, the facts, we'll be getting them sorted out after. But if they're, first of all, starting with microtransactions, if you don't know what the Eververse is, most of us as Destiny fans do, yeah, there's going to be a ton of vanity items. We're seeing it with For Honor.
Emblems, shaders,
ships. We're seeing loot boxes and stuff like Overwatch. Like, I don't think we're getting away from a world where that's going to go away.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, we look at Age of Triumph that just released, and they have the Silver Dust vendor, right? A way that technically you can earn some, currency and buy this stuff, but it's very hard to earn, and so you probably want to pay your way to buy that stuff. I think that's going to be, of course it's going to be in there. So that doesn't surprise me.
It's going to be in there. I'm okay with like dancing emotes, but full content, we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
I don't want to pass judgment yet, but I just know the community doesn't love that stuff. I wanted to bring it up. Anyway, let's get back to the rewind. What is that dog thing?
Yeah, they have these Cabal, sort of pets, which I think is a great direction. Like they have helmets mounted on them.
You need a helmet, man. You got to be safe.
Again, I get a very Lord of the Rings vibe, right? Like they have all these monsters, but they're putting like armor on them. I think it just looks great. And by the way, I generally haven't liked the design of the Cabal in the past. They were these huge like spacesuit tanks. No, I mean I liked some of the stuff about them, but I just don't like these huge tanks. And Valis Ta'arik, who is this enemy that was the biggest boss sponge to begin with, it just set a bad vibe for them.
Yeah.
But I'm liking what I'm seeing here. There seems to be a lot of enemy variety. Obviously, the focus is on them this time, though.
The only weapon I recognize is Cade's Ace of Spades. I haven't seen any other. A lot of Vanguard, just regular shotguns, AR or Pulse. PC option is on the Destiny site.
Yeah. Someone just said in chat, if we can confirm that at all, but May 18th, people are talking about is a gameplay reveal. I don't know if that is confirmed yet. I hope that's true. That would line up with probably what we'd expect. Check this out.
It's confirmed, friend.
It is confirmed.
Getting it in the IFB here.
Awesome, great.
Boom.
Thank you very much, producers in the back. That's
May
exciting.
18th.
So
another reveal
gameplay.
right around the corner.
That's great that we know when this is coming. This is another thing that Bungie and
roadmap.
We need this roadmap. Like we're all excited about the story, but now we want to know gameplay. Just tell us. Thank you. So yeah, thank you very much, Gaming Expert YT there on Twitch chat. We appreciate that note. It's confirmed. So Tower, this looks cool. I mean, just seeing it. A little more of this home that we've lived in forever.
It looks like they invaded using some sort of cables. They were just going up there, and their goal is to blow it up, and they succeeded.
Maybe Cabal is the, in their language, means cable.
Maybe.
Oh, good. That's perfect for him to facepalm right after I said that.
Yeah, perfect. So then the vault. This is just sad.
Yeah.
It makes me really sad to see.
I didn't realize there was a fan in there keeping things cool when you get in.
Well, yeah, man. Like some of that stuff's gotta be cooled down.
Again, it's a simple shot, but it's an important one for people who care about that they're paying attention. And so how do they explain that you lost all these weapons? Like, I'm a huge Metroid fan. You crash with all your space gear and it explodes all over somehow 100 miles around you, but like they explain it. So I love that they are taking care of that you're basically going to start with trash. Yeah. You're going to be on the ground. I guess Cade will have an Ace of Spades, but you'll probably have like that rusty Kvastov.
You're going to have to earn it again.
Yep.
We're actually, Fran, let's hold for a second. Let's go to the GameStop website. The guys in the back are going to bring it up really quick. They have the pre-order bonuses. Thus begins the conversation about our next adventure together. This is the Destiny
This is the Bungie
website.
Net update.
Yeah. There will be so much more to say before we reunite the Guardians to reclaim their city from the most dreaded threat it has ever faced. Fortunately, we'll have all summer long to dive into the details. This is a new beginning for every player. We know you have questions about the world you'll explore, the enemies you'll fight, the powers you'll master, and, as Cade promised, the loot you'll earn. All will be answered in the weeks and months to come. It should be a hell of a ride. At this moment, our focus is the story we're telling in Destiny 2. Up next, we'll take a look at the gameplay. Your first opportunity to see Guardians in action will happen on May 18th. We hope to have you all in the audience for the gameplay reveal live stream. So we're going to be doing another live.
We actually be in the audience, Bungie. If you're out there, we'll be there. Or we'll be here.
Definitely. That's super exciting. We're going to be able to see gameplay May. That's right around the corner. Based on what we've seen so far, it's going to be really interesting to see how they deviate from Destiny 1. We have heard that it's going to be vastly different, and based on the fact that they basically blew everything up.
Yeah.
I definitely believe them. What's some stuff that they have to retain for you to love the sequel?
To retain?
For me, gameplay feel. The gameplay just has to feel right. Bungie's never let us down in that respect. And the community aspect. Those are two items that I definitely need to see come back for the sequel.
Yeah, I mean, for me, they already developed like a really good feeling game. It was already that way out of the gate, but the grind and the story and all how things tie together were definitely an issue. So I'm not worried about the way it feels or shoots. If anything, I just want to see all that developed, like I said. I want, instead of this scattered campaign mission, which is a bunch of strikes that you sort of just bounce around, I want it to be very, very directed and more cinematic within. But yeah, there's not a lot that I need them to retain other than the core feel. And raids, obviously. Raids are some of the biggest things out there. And Trials of Osiris. Okay, now I'm thinking about it more.
Yeah.
You have to, I want Trials of Osiris the first weekend, and now we're going to be in a situation where...
Trials is one of their fan favorite events.
Yep. The brutal 3v3 weekend only combat in the Crucible. But I think we're going to be in a situation, though, actually, that they're going to roll that stuff out. Like they're not going to roll everything out at once. So we probably won't get it right away. But look, raids and more raids.
Definitely.
And I think we've maybe talked about this on Fireteam Chat before. But is there some version of a mini raid, something between the Nightfall and the raid that could be like Prison of Elders tried to get us there? I would like to see that stuff developed.
Ryan McCaffrey, host of Unlock, talks about this a lot. He played through the campaign. He really wanted to do the raids, but he just couldn't get to that light level because at the time it was just gear-based, right?
Yeah.
So he just never got there. He never got to experience that, and I hope they definitely address that. To your point, for those players that want to have that experience. And you know what would be great? Raid matchmaking. That would be a great way to facilitate it. But they have to implement it in a smart way. Obviously, the current systems they have in Destiny 1 will probably not work. CJ is telling me that we actually have the pre-order stuff up in the back, so we're going to take a look at that in a second.
Let's check it out.
So here is the box, PS4 version of Destiny 2.
Similar look to the first box.
Let's go ahead and go to the next one there. Looks like you get a bag.
This is the $250 version thing, by the way?
Yeah. So this is the $250 version. We got some high-res images. The different characters. So we see Titan Hunter and Warlock, of course, are back. Pre-order for PC is confirmed, Chad is saying.
If we can go back to that screen of the three Guardians, by the way, I just want to compliment them on thinking about, ethnicity, demographic, gender. They've got a female. They've got a person of color. Like, really great job on representing.
And they have a Titan.
Yes, but again, human faces. This is a recurring theme.
It's really interesting. Yeah. So, like in the reveal, we see the Exo, we see the humans. I don't know if we see an Awoken. So we're gonna probably have a little bit of a different option there.
Maybe. Again, I think they're trying to tell this human angle story, and you can see.
Collector is $250. Woof.
What's that?
It's $250 for that collector's
this
edition.
Is the super special edition, though. So, I mean, that is not unheard of. You're getting this amazing bag with hopefully real leather in it. But yeah, so is there any other details that's so small on screen?
Well, you get the sword, you get the emote, and you get the emblem. That's what we know so far. The Frontier bag.
So I will say this, and we've seen this, if everybody's freaking out thinking I got to spend $250 to get these three emblems.
There's going to be a base version, of course.
Well, probably you'll get those. Yeah, you'll get those with another special edition, but this gives you all of it. But we have seen in the past they've trapped some cool stuff in digital packs for the launch, and then it's a 30-day window or whatever. So we'll kind of see if that's how they roll out some of this stuff.
What are those expansions, Fran? I see Trials of Osiris's logo there. What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see.
People are saying there is Awoken. Thank God.
Yeah, of course. If we scrub through the trailer, we actually see, I think, everybody represented. But again, I think the focus is on that human angle. But yeah, I want to know more about what's going on with those expansion passes, obviously. And again, do they cost money? I don't know if in chat you can say if it's confirmed or not. I just haven't seen that, but it looks like they will because it's a season pass. It looks like what they're selling in there. So anyway, I'm just excited that they've promised two. We only got the one Dark Below with the first release of Destiny, and that's what burned a lot of people. It was released in September, and then boom, December hit, another raid, sweet, and we're all thinking March, yes, what's the next thing? And then it was like this Prison of Elders, just arcadey, beat 'em up mode, and we never got that other raid until a full year later from the release, and it looks like, we don't know that these will be two raids, but I'm hoping that they've really learned their lesson on that. You have to have this cadence.
Definitely.
It's a pun.
And that's what they're doing. They're telling us May 18th is the next thing, and hopefully they continue this roadmap so we know when to expect the next update. It's something they have actually talked about working on with the original Destiny, having a more regular cadence.
Kubrick here in Twitch chat is saying 1 year of PlayStation exclusives is confirmed. Now, again,
well,
we'll have to make
they
sure.
said it's exclusive to PlayStation until 2018, I believe.
They have confirmed
At least. That was in the PlayStation trailer of the teaser. Let's get back to the rewind, actually, try and see if we have a few more details.
Yeah, so we were about, here I wanted to point this part out, which I thought was interesting.
Zaval's Awoken.
Yeah, well, there's
my
that too,
bad, chat.
Yeah, but also look in the
Thanks for calling
background.
me out.
They're all represented here. Yeah, there's another Awoken in the background. But again, I like.
There's Queen's. He's wearing Queen's Guard armor.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's good to know.
That's a good point. So it looks like we've got everybody back. But again, I like that there's just this human, like a regular old human, instead of like a guardian. Call it. I mean, she may be a guardian actually. It's just like the.
Why you got to call her regular old human?
Because she wasn't all decked out, but then I saw she has a bond on.
Yeah, she's got a bond on.
But I guess the
done
point
some
is,
work.
it looked to me like that they're showing the humans below in the city was sort of my point. And, well, the people there, this as well, right?
This human element's really interesting.
Yeah. Like, I like, again, they're trying to connect it to a real city, saving, the city. So I think it's a great place to start. What else do we see in here that might pop?
I really like seeing the EXO. I like seeing that guy actually has a scar on his face. That's something we didn't get a lot of with the original art. It was very, very simple. This is the most exciting aspect for me. They seem to care about each other.
Yeah. And they're all helping each other. That's the interesting part. All these factions and races are coming together to fight, the very least, the Cabal. Again, we don't know where the Vex or the Fallen fit in yet. It'll be interesting to see. I did want to point out, I've always liked Zavala, again, as a voice actor and everything in between. And
he's your favorite to do impressions of.
It's true. Cade. But I thought
there's Shax.
The performance was awesome. Oh, Shax is in the shot. Where?
Yeah, right there in the background on the left.
Oh, really? Wow. Is that definitely Shax?
That's Shax. One other thing, CJ's telling me that there is stuff about the beta that is live, so let's take a look at that really quick.
Love to see that.
Love all the guns, love all the Vanguard weapons in this shot.
Amalon weapons are
So here we go. Pre-order and get early beta access.
Can we zoom in on that at all?
Yeah, I don't know much more about where or when.
There we go. Destiny 2 base game. Destiny 2 expansion pass.
What are the additions there, CJ, if you could click the drop down?
So with this version...
Collector's Limited, Digital, Game and Expansion Pass Standard, and just the Expansion Pass.
Let's look at this Digital Deluxe version, though. I think that's a good one. So does it show the price on this page, then?
Scroll down, CJ. No price, no pricing details on this page, apparently.
Okay, but with this, though, you get access to the Destiny 2 Expansion Pass.
Expansion 1 and 2.
Yep.
Offering new story missions, cooperative activities, cooperative multiplayer, and a wealth of new weapons, armor, and gear for the expansion passes. Premium digital content, legendary sword, legendary player emote, Cabal Empire themed emblem. This is obviously not the $250 edition because you don't get the bag.
So I think this is really interesting. I was speculating before, but check this out. Right, normally the way a digital deluxe edition is going to work is
There's a collector's edition.
Yeah, but normally the way it's going to work, right, Destiny is a $60 game, and guess what? For $75 or $80, you're going to get the digital deluxe, and they're saying you're going to get that expansion pass. So in other words, it doesn't look like these expansions are going to be $30 drops.
$100 for the digital edition, people are saying.
Okay, so it sounds like potentially it's
digital deluxe is $89.99 in pounds if you're watching in Europe.
So somewhere between $15 to $20 per drop of those expansion pass equivalent. It seems that's what this is saying.
Definitely. Let's talk about this bag. I cannot wait to pull out my limited edition Zelda Switch from my gaudy Destiny tote bag. Featuring Cabal.
The Frontier bag.
I'm just going to be all decked out on all this gaming stuff.
It does fit a 15-inch laptop, tablet with protective sleeves. So again, it's a nice bag, but that's what you're getting for the $250 is this very custom thing.
I really want, CJ, can you show me that expansion pass drop down? I want to know more about what's in it and any details that we can get. So all we see, just the Trials of Osiris, and I believe that's a Cabal logo, but yeah. Expansion Pass 1 and Expansion Pass 2 offering brand new story missions, cooperative activities, cooperative multiplayer, and again, a wealth of new weapons, armor, and gear. Details to come on that.
Yeah. So do you think we'll get 2 raids like we're talking about?
At launch?
Yeah.
I think we'll get 1. And there is the PC edition. I am so happy to see this.
It's crazy to see.
I can't wait to see the PC version. Probably running at 60, am I right, friend?
I was just about to
60.
Say, I wish they would just tell us.
60 FPS.
It's gonna. Well, obviously, by the way,
you get 2 Zavalas.
The PC
you get
version
2 Zavalas on PC.
Will run at 144 frames if you want it to. So again, I think
you get twice the Zavala on PC if it runs at 60 in the
twice
console.
The Zavala, or like I said, 4 times the Zavala, depending on how you want to count your frames. But I think it alludes to the fact that designing, think about it, designing a PC game at that frame rate. Makes sense.
Oh, that logo is Rasputin, not Cabal. My bad. I knew I recognized it. Sorry
Thanks,
for
everyone.
that
There's
misquote.
so many logos in
that
that game. Yes, thank you for the help on that. So yeah, anyway, I was just saying, I think it's basically, to me, it's confirmed it's going to run at 60, as it should. Sorry, CJ, if you listen to Fireteam Chat, he was
Some people
excited
legit wanted it at 30. I'm excited to see it running at 60. I can't wait to get confirmation on that when we actually see it.
So We maybe just quickly, we should sum up if you had just tuned in. I mean, it's September 8th. On May 18th, there's a gameplay reveal. It's just called Destiny 2. There's no subtitles that we know of. It is coming to PC, and there's 2 expansion passes that potentially they seem to be about worth $20 a drop, something like that. And then there's a $250 collector's edition. If just to catch everybody up. I think we catch everything there?
I think that's everything. Trailer's live on IGN.com right now. Hopefully our pre-order article is up so you can see all the different editions, and if you're interested in purchasing, check it out.
We'll be playing it back at the end of the show as well, obviously, if you want to stick around and watch it at the end.
Definitely. So let's finish going through. Look at all these characters. It's just nice to see them all together. I hope that there's these open world sections where we actually get to hang out with this group. If you go back just a little bit, Fran, and show. So this is a large group of Guardians. Imagine that your character runs into all these people, and you have different quests you can pick up from all of them that are interesting, not like go fetch me 5 pieces of glimmer or something from the wild.
Yeah, the thing I've been referring to a lot is, will we go to these other planets even, but definitely within, hopefully, this Earth area, will there be outposts, right? Like, instead of the tower being the only place that's populated, will we kind of be able to arrive at these outposts? And again, here's the big thing I want to see. I don't want to load in an orbit and then go somewhere. I can't count how many hours I freaking flew to the tower or somewhere else. So again, I kind of hope we can go to an outpost or a place, get access to the spicy ramen shop and the things that I need. But I don't want to have to start an orbit just to look at that map and fly somewhere. And I think that, again, it's not showing us a lot of... They didn't really show us flying around in space yet, by the way. Didn't show it at all, right? Obviously, there's ships.
Yeah, not much. What happens to your spaceships? I mean, I guess they blew it up.
Yep.
Hopefully they do something with that. Do you think we're going to be locked to Earth, or do you think we'll be able to... No, there's spaceships in the beginning.
No, I definitely think we're getting off of Earth.
I think it's going to be more of a earning process.
You know what happens, Destin, actually, is it's like about a 10-hour campaign, and it's all in Earth, and there's a raid there, and blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end, there's a cutscene, and it's Cade, and they're like... Zaval's like, what are you doing, Cade? And he's like, I'm going to finish this. And that's the end of Destiny 2, everybody. All right, that's a Halo 2 joke for everyone watching.
I'm going to finish
finish this fight, sir.
And then a plant talks to Cortana in the
plant.
Yeah.
What was the talking tree about?
The guy from Little Shop of Horrors talks to Cortana. That's what I always... Anyway, back to
everybody
Destiny
wants
2.
to know
where... The grave mine, Fran. Come on.
I know, exactly. Everybody wants to know where Zer's at, by the way. They keep joking. Did he die in the tower?
What if they killed Zer?
I think
they're just like... It's like this whole sequence you're holding.
Exactly.
Or not Zer, there's Zer, and you're holding the Cryptarch.
Yes. Oh man, what if the Cryptarch and some of these favorites are actually like dead and they show that? That's terrible, Destin. Very morbid. I
will avenge you both.
Yep. And by the way, I noticed
Tentacle face.
That in all the teasers, they're completely consistent with these 3 Guardian designs. Now, again,
also Destiny, September 8th.
Yeah.
Pre-order bait.
Yep.
Yeah.
They may just be showing you again what you can design, and these aren't actual characters in the game. I think that's probably it. But these will be like the main images. But who knows? Maybe these are actual characters in the game.
Definitely. I want to know more. Why are they being used in the promotional material? Did they do like a study and they saw that humans played better than the EXO or whatever? I love the EXO. That's my favorite. That was what I played as in Destiny 1. How are our original characters going to be commemorated in the sequel? I have so many questions.
Yep.
And we should probably wrap it up soon so we can start digging into every detail and do a proper rewatch.
Yes, indeed.
Of this trailer.
Was there anything else that stood out in the announcements today or just the footage? There's a lot to process, I think, like you're saying. So
Red Guard Cabal, limited edition, $250. You get a carrier tote bag. You get a sword, an emblem, and an emote for that. And the 2 expansion passes. It's coming to PC. That's incredibly exciting. We are getting a PC version of Destiny. I need to find out more if there's crossplay or not. Hopefully there is. A lot of people were asking about that. Deluxe edition is $100 if you're doing digital only. Kate is back. Zavala's back.
Yep, they got the whole
Jack's
band
back.
together.
The whole crew's together. Very excited about this trailer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe let's just double check chat before we go. Again, gameplay trailer seems to be May 18th. Some folks are saying beta in June. That's the rumor. I don't know if that's confirmed, but very traditionally, they would do a big reveal at E3, which is around June 14th. And at that time, they'd be like, and it's available this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's a very common move for publishers to make. I think you're going to see that. There's potential it might be on PlayStation only to start. But yeah, I don't know if you want to pick up anything from chat before we...
So chat, what do you think? Let us know. Give us a shout out. Are you excited? Are you not excited? What do you think?
That's an interesting question from Sanic326 in Twitch chat. Do you think you can transfer your characters to PC? Because it hasn't existed yet.
Interesting. Other games have done this. Remember when, what was it, Grand Theft Auto said you could transfer your character one time to like from 360 to Xbox One. Maybe they could offer something like that from console to PC. That would be really, really interesting. I'm really excited about the Osiris expansion and the Rasputin expansion. I want to know more about that. No details at this time.
Yep.
I'm really excited.
Somebody in chat said, I don't know if they're trolling us, that Zur was in the background somewhere. Give us the time code if that's true, if you know exactly the time code, but otherwise we might be getting trolled. I didn't see Zur. But again, we're doing all this live. We're reading 2 chat windows. And
lots of hype. People are asking about Steam, all these details. Be sure to check back on IGN.com as this story develops. Super excited. Everybody's hyped. People are pre-ordering. People are excited.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, like maybe let's just take that step back. Like, never mind all the details for a second. How do we feel they did with the reveal so far and what they're doing? What do you think, Destin?
I'm incredibly excited. They are setting the tone. They're not doing this weird thing where a dude's reading a book to his kids and then we're on the moon. They are developing the characters with their pre-release materials. And we know these characters from the original game. This is getting new players invested. They blow everything up, so like you already have weight to the story that I don't feel like they really did well in the original.
Yeah. Do you think that they can capture the players? And there were a lot of vocal ones. We have a lot in the office. Out of the, by the way, many millions of people that love Destiny, and they still play this game.
115 for Zur, Fran.
All right, we're going to find Zur in just a moment. We'll let that play and we'll come back to it. But the point I was going to make is there's a bunch of people who didn't get the story. They just didn't get the grind. That whole, like, you get to level 20, and then after is when the real game begins. And it was, even for us, was confusing, which is why the loot cave existed, to cheat. Everybody tries to cheat their way through Destiny to get past the grind. So anyway, do you think, I guess all we know now, putting gameplay aside, is the story. Do you think they can capture players, or do you think they burned that bridge with them on the first one, Destin?
I think they have a chance to bring back the player base. And if they nail the story, and this comes out of the gate, and the reviews are positive, people will be like, you know what? I don't know, but I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try out the beta and see how I feel about it. And that's going to be where they win players. And that's how I think they're planning on doing it.
Okay.
With the beta. It's like, hey, here's gameplay. Try it out for yourself. Let us know what you think. And I think that's Zur right there in the background. Maybe. No,
Hooded,
I don't know.
well, I went
Is that
here
115?
No, I'm getting to 115. Hold on.
All right. Get to 115 and see if we see Zur. All right, it's the scene right before that one, I think.
Did I skip by it? No?
It's right before this scene with him.
Before? Sorry, our time code must be a tad off. I don't see Zur in here. We might have different time code than what those folks are seeing for some reason.
All right, we're going to have to find out soon.
We'll have our proper rewind. You know, this is the perils of trying to do all this live.
I'm going to do right after this.
And scrubbing through this.
People are saying 54 seconds for Zur.
That's where
You're just trolling us.
So no, that's where I was originally. Someone else joked that Deej was in this, but let's take a quick look and see if we can spot him. Wait. Very back. No, that's just Hooded Hunter in the background.
Maybe there?
In the background,
right? The really shadowy character.
By the way, there's reflections on our monitor in the studio. Again, we do a thing called Rewind Theater here
Behind
at IGN.
Cade.
We already did the original rewind for this teaser trailer. Is he in here?
Well, I haven't seen the Cryptarch yet, but he will be avenged if he was taken out. Fran, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah. We could basically go for hours and do this. So, yeah. I think they did a great job with this reveal, getting to the heart of the story. I expected that going into this was the focus is, hey, we've got story, we've got a human attachment, something you can latch onto, which is, oh crap, they blew up Earth. It's something we can all relate to. And I think it's the right starting point. And I love the development of the characters we already know. Actually, like Akora Ray, honestly, for me, and I was a warlock most of it. She's the female warlock that you see on the left there. I always was like, but a great voice actor and potential, and man, they're gonna lean into that. And so I'm just so excited actually about the story. And I'm the person who says, you know what, gameplay first, stop complaining about the story. But in this case, I'm getting pretty excited about the story. So I think they did a great job with this reveal.
Cool. So, yeah, my final thoughts are keep an eye on IGN.com. There's going to be a ton developing about this story as the day progresses. I'm going to be doing a rewind right after this. That's what I'm going to be working on for the remainder of the day. And of course, tomorrow, Fire Team Chat airs every Friday at 5 p.m. Me, Fran, CJ, Sean will most likely be on the show.
Yep.
And we're going to be talking about everything Destiny 2 that we've learned in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, go to /Fireteam Chat. And if you're on IGN, we got our shows list at the top of the nav bar. But you can always find Fireteam Chat at 5 p.m. on Fridays. Obviously, be sure to follow us on Twitter. We got Fireteam Chat. Destin, you are what?
At Destin Legary.
And I'm just at Fran Mirabella. Very easy to follow.
Yeah, that's all we got for you guys today. Keep it locked on IGN for more. Here's the trailer one more time. See you soon.
But we are Earth's greatest hope. Look around you. A gathering of noble guardians new and old.
Okay, listen up. You're a bunch of dirty misfits, but you're all that's left, so you'll have to do.
Our home was attacked. I was there and fought against the endless onslaught.
They kept coming, so I kept firing. Not gonna lie, I was magnificent.
Despite the sacrifice of many brave guardians, we lost everything. The tower, the city, our home.
So, everything is gone. Your stuff, my stuff, most importantly, my stuff.
Today we know our enemy. His name is
Gary! Or Gil. Glenn? Is it? I don't know. It's something with a G!
Gaul. I know you look to me in times of peril, but this is not my battle alone.
Which means if I don't see you out there, I'll kill you myself.
It is time to avenge this injustice, for that is the duty of all guardians.
Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
So I ask you, who will stand with me?
Yeah! Really, guys?
That was inspiring.
Also, there will be a ton of loot! Yeah, right? That's what I thought.
Pre-order and get beta early access.
Okay, so
Welcome to the Destiny 2 trailer reveal. I'm here with Fran Mirabella.
What's up, everyone?
We're from Fireteam Chat, so we are super stoked about this trailer reveal. Fran, so far we've seen a teaser that showcased the Cabal invading the tower, actually, and then the city. What else do we know so far?
Yeah, I mean, that's the most of it. But we do see that Cade 6 is the man of the hour, the Hunter Vanguard, and that is Nathan Fillion. And he really had been the star of Taken King, especially when he came back and just knocked it out of the park with just awesome lines. Obviously, the story seems to be important here, is what I'm getting.